Why do we need a software? We are saying products or applications. Am I right? So what is software or what is application? Can anyone tell me? Feel free to talk. See, I can simply say application, software application is used to build set of rules. Okay. So I want to build an application for maintaining certain rules. When I say rule, calculator is an application. Calculator is an application where add or subtract or multiply or division. Well, these are rules. Well, these are rules or not? Please say yes or no. At least give me one answer from anyone. Akash.
Yes.
Vivek.
Yes.
So, will these are rules? See, I'll tell you from the day one. Make sure you unmute yourself. You can answer. Okay. So don't hesitate that I don't know anything. Feel free to unmute. Think this as an interactive session. Okay.
Okay.
So there are different type of applications. See, let's give an example of calculator. 5 plus 6. Where plus is a rule or not? It is going to add two number. Similar fashion, 5 minus 6. This is also another rule. Or you got my point? To combine all the four rules, we are building a calculator so that everyone can able to access. This could be your Windows-based application, which will run on individuals' machines. Or you got my point? So the point here is application are broadly classified into two types. Basically, three types. Okay. One is Windows or command prompt application. Windows or command prompt application. Second one is web application. Third one is mobile application. End of the day, we are building projects, any one of these three requirements. Any one of these three requirements. We are not building project above that. We are building project only for these three requirements. If these three requirements are fit to the customer or end user, people are happy. Okay? Everybody clear? And then, since we are using a microservice architecture, I want to give you for some information. We are predominantly discuss about web application. Okay. We are predominantly going to discuss about web application. In this web application, let's take an example of ICICIbank.com. ICICI Bank. So where the ICICI Bank has web application and mobile application. Will you all accept it? You can transfer money from your mobile. If at all you require, you want to transfer money through online. Or you got my point? So you go to browser, go to ICICI.com, log in your credential, trying to transfer the money to anyone. Or in the mobile, you will go to the ICICI Bank app, where you are going to transfer money in a different modes. Okay, forget about the modes of transaction, but you are doing it. All these data for the mobile and web is going to store in a single database. Am I right? All this data we are going to store in a database. Now tell me anyone, architectural standpoint, why we are building applications? Why do we need applications? You all working in IT industry, right? For what purpose we are building applications? Don't get into architectural standpoint, technical standpoint. As an end user of business, what is required from us? Why we are building application for an end user? Akshay, Chaudhary, Dheeraj,
To fulfill
whoever
customer
it may be.
operations.
Come again?
To reduce their work.
To fulfill the customer operations.
To
No.
resolve the complexity, or in order to save the data on the database and reducing the complexity of the work.
Okay.
And doing automation, like several things.
Also simplify the business process.
Simplification of business process. Okay. What else?
Security wise.
Security. Okay. That is one of the part.
Meet business requirements.
Meet a business requirement. Okay. Is there any other thing?
Easy to accessible.
And the user experience.
User experience. Okay.
Easy
But
to accessible to everyone.
you are not thinking on a end user standpoint. You are not thinking on a person. You are building a project where what is required for him. He need data.
Easy to accessible.
He need data. He need data of individuals. He need data of a particular company. He need data of everybody of the across the globe. Am I right or wrong? Why we are building applications? We are building application. Let's take an example of Aadhaar. Why do we need another application? Because he is going to maintain data of individuals. Am I right or wrong? Let's take an example of ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, whatever the bank. They need to maintain customer data. Data has a value, not as a project what you are building. If you think data, you build a project on top of the data. You all agree with this point?
Yes.
Agree. If you don't have data, will you able to build a project on top of it? If you are not maintaining a data of an individual business, are you going to build a project for the end customer? Be it to be AI, be it to be .NET, be it to be Java, be it to be Python, be it to be XYZ. End of the day, we are performing any operation or building application on top of data. Do you all agree with this? Dheeraj, Dinakaran, Yogeshwaran?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes.
End of the day, for
Yes,
what purpose we are developing projects? See, you all working for a different functions and with different domains. Okay. For what purpose you guys are building projects? For your end customer, they need to maintain data for their business. Am I right? That is why we are having a database, right? That is why they are having a database. Okay. So if you think as an architect or if you think as a solution designer, your first mind should be, I'm going to maintain data. Or you got my point? If you maintain data, with that data, we are going to perform all the different type of architectures. Or you got my point? Now coming back to our core, .NET Core, I'm directly jumping into the .NET Core. Next session, I'm going to talk about microservices. See, in the .NET Core, in earlier, okay, earlier what we will do? We will have a web server here. Am I right? We have a web server. In this web server, we used to install a database. And we are going to deploy a web application. It is an MVC web application. What we are going to do, let's take an example of eStore project. Let's take an example of eStore project. So what are the modules a user can have? First, I need to maintain user data. Am I right? For that, you are building user module. Second thing is you are going to maintain product data. For that, you are going to build product module. Third one is you need to maintain order. For that, you are going to build order module. Fourth one is payment module. All this information you are going to maintain in your database or not? Say yes or no. Will you going to maintain this data in your database? User information, product information, order information, everything we are going to store in the database. Product information I'm going to store, order information I'm going to store, payment information I'm going to store. Are you got my point? So end of the day, we are going to maintain data. We are maintaining data. Or you got my point? To build any application, you build web application, you build a command prompt application, you build a XYZ application. I'm not worried about it. What we are going to do for building application as a solution architect or as a project manager, as an engineering manager, as a developer, we are going to maintain data. That is your first thumb rule in the industry. Okay. The second point, how are we going to transfer data from your client browser to, this is your client browser. Okay, it can be a mobile device, it can be your laptop. This is your client browser. Client browser. So what you will do, you will make a request with a URL. Request will come to this application. This application will go to the database, retrieve the information, give it to the application. Application will give that to the user for display. Is
Sir,
this correct?
your voice not audible, sir.
For everyone?
Yeah,
Hello?
in between your voice is going, sir. Yeah.
Actually, I'm just moving. That is the reason. Fine. You understand, right? Client is moving. Okay. For example, in the client browser, you are hitting a project. That project will go to the database, retrieve information, sending to the client browser. This is how the data will be transferred. For that, we are building Java project, we are building .NET project, we are building Python project, we are building lot of different technology, including AI. The main purpose of maintaining data. What is the purpose of ChatGPT nowadays? You all understand ChatGPT, right? A lot of people will work on ChatGPT, right? What it is giving to you? Yogeshwaran, Sayed, Ubayad, Ramesh.
It is giving information for the whatever the questions you are asked on.
So where that information coming from?
It is already stored somewhere in the database, indexed.
No, in Google. ChatGPT in Google, it has been available. All the websites are fetched and that data will be stored in the Google. ChatGPT run on top of the Google. Understand my point?
Yes.
Okay. So the main purpose of ChatGPT is also for what?
Collection of data.
Collection of data to display the end user in a beautiful manner. Am I right? Am I right or wrong?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that is the purpose we are doing. So to build that, here we are building a project called eStore. To build that, we are Okay, here we are building a project for e-store. Or you got my point? Now, in this e-store project, I'm splitting the team into 4 teams. I'm splitting the team into 4 teams to build the project. In most of your organizations, you have a user module team, you have a product module team, you will have an order module team, you will have a payment module team. This is how you will split the project, right? If you all work in the company, they will call a module name. The project may have 20 people or 30 people, but internally we are splitting the team into modules. Am I right? For that, we are having a module deals, right? Akshay, Prashant, Dinakar.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so basically we used to split our team into modules. My question here is, if everybody working on a single project or a single architecture, if anything goes wrong on order module, for example, your product module is successfully completed, tested, and your user module is successfully completed and tested. Unfortunately, your order module is not successfully completed. Will the other two module teams should be sit in the office until they complete? Until they complete, whether the other team sit in the office or not.
Yes, sir.
Why? Because you are dependent on order module team. Okay, every individual module dependent to each other. Since we are building a project in a single steps, that is why we call this architecture as a monolithic architecture. What architecture we are calling? What architecture we are calling? Monolithic.
Monolithic.
Monolithic architecture. Is the monolithic architecture is good for you?
No, it's a complex, right? All things in one place.
All things in one place. So, what is the disadvantage you can see in monolithic?
One module is depending on another module.
First point, monolithic. The first disadvantage is module dependency. Right? Now, in this, which module is transaction based and which module is master? User data is a master data. Product is a master data. Your transaction is order and payment. Or you got my point? So the data what you are maintaining in product, probably you will have 100 or 1,000 products. Am I right? Say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If your transaction happening on order module, there are plenty of transactions happening. Whatever the server I am maintaining right now with the eStore project is not sufficient. I want to scale order module alone. Is it possible? I want to scale my order module. That means I'm going to purchase one more server where I'm going to deploy order module. Is it possible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is not possible because your entire project will be dependent on all the modules. If you want to scale your order module, you need to scale all the modules in monolithic architecture. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yogeshwaran, Dinakaran, Dilip,
Yes.
you want to scale entire project or you want to scale a particular module? You have to scale your entire project, not for a particular module. So monolithic architecture, even for the cost wise, it is very difficult. Let's say example, architecture scalability. Scalability is difficult, hard to maintain. Hard to maintain. Do you all agree with this point? Just say yes or no, at least in the chat. Say yes or no, at least in the chat.
No, I don't get this point actually.
You are not understanding this point.
Yes.
Okay. Let me go back. New. Don't save. See, you have a project here, okay,
Okay.
which has been deployed in the web server as eStore. eStore project. Okay.
Okay.
Now you are making 10,000 client requests on a single time.
Okay.
You are making 10,000 client where my server will be acceptable. Unfortunately, all of a sudden, there is another 2,000 at a single time will be getting extra because your application will be used by more number of users. So that 12,000 is coming. Your
Okay.
capacity of bandwidth will be only allowed by 10,000. So do I need to scale this project into 2 instances with a load balancer?
Yes, you have to.
Yes,
I
yes.
have to. There is no choice, right?
Yeah.
There is no choice. I have to go
Yes,
for
yes,
it.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what I'm planning to do, I'm creating another instance with the store project. Listen carefully. I'm creating another instance with store project. Do I need to deploy all the modules in this instance or a particular module alone is possible?
All instance.
All modules, not all instance. All modules we have to deploy in the same project. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
It leads to my cost increase.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Say, suppose $10 I'm going to spend for a particular module. Instead, I'm going to spend $100. Why I'm doing that? Because of all the modules I need to be spaced here. Because my infra cost has been increased. And scalability also, I'm not going to scale on a particular module. I'm scaling everything. Is it a right choice or a bad choice?
Bad choice.
Bad
Why?
choice.
Why it is a bad choice?
Because you're doing everything the same thing again and again.
It is not a good choice, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And even for the customer standpoint or a management standpoint of a product company, this is the good choice.
No.
Why?
Because you're investing on the same thing again and again.
Okay, that I understand. On
And
what?
Cloud
increasing the
costs,
budget also.
definitely.
Yes, Srinivas is coming. It is
Cost,
increasing the budget,
cloud cost.
cloud cost, infra cost. See, forget about cloud. You are maintaining your infra in your local on-prem. It is vastly you are unnecessary spending a cost on that, right?
Yeah.
Now tell me, monolithic is a right fit for this kind of architectural design in a bigger way.
No.
No.
So what is the right choice then? What we need to do?
We'll go for
What is
Microsoft.
the alternate for us?
Separation of
Microservice.
code.
Need to scale each modules
How?
instead of
How?
microservices help.
Absolutely. Now you got the point why microservice comes into picture. Why people are talking microservices?
Yes.
You all understand why people are talking microservices? See, my intention is get answer from you. You guys are aware of it. All these need to do is you need to understand the actual impact. Okay. That is my intention. Not giving theory to you. I want you to understand. For understanding, you need to speak. Now you got the point, right? Why we are moving from monolithic to microservice,
Yes. Yes.
right? So what microservice architecture will going to give us? Let's talk about that. Do you all clear with this point? Monolithic drawbacks? Everybody, please say yes or no.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Everybody,
Yes, sir.
I want answer from
Yep.
everyone. There are 20 people in here.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Sir.
Hold on a second. Okay. Now coming back, we are going to build a microservice architecture. How are we going to do is the same modules I'm going to split into 4 different applications. One, let me take 3 only right now. Okay, I want to have 1, 2. I have another 1, 3. Okay, so how I am splitting? I'm splitting into 3 modules, and then here I'm going to have a user module. For that, I'm going to maintain a user database, independent database, per service per database. I'll teach that also in upcoming sessions. Okay. So like that, you see here, I have user API. Okay. Here I have user DB. I'm going to use SQL Server. I'm going to use which server I'm using here. Which server I'm going to use?
SQL Server.
SQL Server.
Yeah,
I will
SQL
tell you
Server.
why I'm mentioning the database name also. In this point, I'm going to I can explain. Okay. So what happened? Whenever anybody makes an user information, it will go and fetch the information, or it will. 1 second. Yes. జాయిన్ అవ్వు నేను వేరే క్లాస్ లో ఉన్నాను మార్నింగ్ మాట్లాడండి ఓకే and then you go to another one. Okay, maintaining a product data is a sensitive data or a non-sensitive data? Can anyone tell me, is it a sensitive data of product master API or a non-sensitive data?
It's a
Hello?
sensitive data.
It is not a sensitive data. It is not that much sensitive. It is just a master. But all the products are available in an organization. For a marketing purpose, you are going to tell that. Right?
Okay.
Is it a sensitive data? It is not a sensitive data. But user data is sensitive. Why? Because you should not expose the user information to anybody. That is why we are calling as user data is sensitive. Agreed?
Yeah, yes.
Agreed or not?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Srinivas Rao.
Yeah, agreed. Go ahead.
Okay. Srinivas Rao is left. He is
No,
there.
no.
Yeah.
I'm there. I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the point here is that for that, I'm not interested to go with SQL Server. I'm interested to go with the MongoDB to maintain product. What I'm doing? MongoDB. Is the MongoDB is cheaper than SQL Server or costlier than SQL Server?
Cheaper than SQL Server, do not require licenses, open source.
So maintaining a product master in a MongoDB, it is a cost effective for my project. Think yourself as a project manager and architect, whether using a product master API with the MongoDB is a cost effective or not.
Yes, it's cost
effective. So, and second thing is, I'm going to have a order transactions, order APIs. Since the order API has most number of volumes and transactions, assume something like that. Maintaining in NoSQL is good or maintaining in a SQL Server is good? Relational database is good.
Relational databases.
Non-relational database is good. For that, I am putting a Redis cache, something like that here, where it is basically a NoSQL. Am I right? The retrieval of data in a file-based pattern where I'm going to use a order service. This is one point. Okay. Now you all understand why people are moving into microservices. This is one scenario. The other scenario, for a development point, user team is successfully completed their user API. Order team is successfully completed. Unfortunately, there is issue in master API. Whether these two teams are depend on master or they can push their code into production.
There is no dependency here.
We can directly push the code into production of order separately, and we can push the code into user separately, right? We are not going to worried about whether product is working fine or not, right? Prashant Chaudhary,
Yes, sir.
is it correct or wrong? Dinakaran, Sitaraman, sorry.
Yes, sir.
You got the point or not?
Yes,
So
yes.
that is why people are moving into microservice architecture. Sir, how do I connect as an end product? For that, what people are introduced is here, they're giving an API gateway. What they're giving? API gateway. When an end user makes an order, first it will go and hit the user, get the user is valid, and then it will go and see whether the product is availability. Yes, product is availability, and then it will try to make an order, and then order available. Finally, the response will give it to the client. This entire architecture we are calling as a microservice architecture. What architecture we are calling?
Microservice architecture.
Now you all understand why people are moving into microservice architecture, why every company looking for a .NET Core microservice developers? Yes or no? Answer you got. Why
Yes,
people are looking for microservice architecture nowadays? Dilip, Omkar Jadhav,
Yes, sir.
Prakash, Mayur.
Yeah.
Are you sleeping?
Yes.
Irshad Sheikh?
Yeah, no,
No,
sorry.
no, sir.
Actually, my office is also going on. Sorry for the late response. Doing the office also. So,
Okay.
yes, please go
Prem
ahead. Yeah.
Kumar,
Yes, sir. I understood.
Understood, sir.
you all understand what is microservice architecture?
Yes,
I
sir.
know.
Okay, fine, good. Now I am going to demonstrate few things, how I am developed my I built only 3 microservices. I deployed in my Docker. I'm going to demonstrate that so that you will understand how I'm going to do it. Clear?
Before
The
that, I have
remaining
one
stuff,
question.
yeah, please go ahead.
If I want to learn microservices, do I need to learn all this database, MongoDB and Redis and SQL Server? Why? Because I'm familiar with SQL Server. Okay.
Okay.
I am not aware of MongoDB and Redis. Is it mandatory to learn all those stuffs or it's
See,
non-mandatory?
it is not a mandatory because everything you are going to write code in not in SQL Server. That you are not going to write any stored procedures, views, creating tables and all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. From your front end code, it will do everything for you.
Okay.
Understand my point?
Yeah, I got your point.
Okay, so earlier in 2020, 2018, 2019, we used to write create tables, we used to write store procedures, we used to write API views where you need to connect to the databases, all those nonsense are there. Now .NET has given a feature called Entity Framework Core. You create your class object as a table. That table will automatically create in the respective database. You no need to worry at all. Understand, Srinivas Rao?
Yeah, got your point. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is the advantage of entity framework. In Java, people are calling as a data JP. You would have heard a term called data JP. A kind of a Coco class they will create. With that Coco class, they will communicate to the database. Internally, ADO.NET JDBC concept, everything will be taken care. You are just going to configure. That's it. The moment you configure and execute, everything will does for you. I will show you in the code. Probably you will understand. See, if some of you understand better, okay. If not understand, also no problem. Let's go. See, I created a catalog with the MongoDB. This is my infrastructure. Okay. What I did in my repository is I have a brand repository class. In this repository class, I'm using a Mongo collection. Srinivas Rao, you see here, I'm having a database name, I'm having a collection name. Once I set it, automatically the data will be created.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that. If I want to insert, what I'm doing is create product data. You see here, I created a product data, and that data I'm going to pass it to my database. Understand?
Yeah.
So you are not going to touch the database. You are just going to view the database that whatever the data you inserted is correctly or wrong.
Whether it's
Yes?
created or not. Got your point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or you got my point. So that is
Yeah.
the only thing you are going to do in the databases. So you no need to worry whether you are now. Most of the cases, people will ask SQL Server questions. They won't ask MongoDB and all. Whether they will ask only on the .NET microservice, whether you are aware of the knowledge or not. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Now, I told you, right? How many services I built here? Can anyone tell me? So far, I build a catalog service.
4 services.
I build a basket service. I build a discount service. I build a order service. Okay. I'm working on order still. It was not deployed in Docker, connected with the Docker. But these 3 services I'm going to deploy in Docker. How I'm going to do is simply, I just built I made all my code connection and everything. Okay. Don't worry about it. Just to see how it has been deployed. Okay, done. So I'm first building the project. In meanwhile, this is my Docker. In this Docker, I already installed DBs because I don't want to waste your time. So already DBs are available. Now in this DBs, I'm going to install my application packages where I'm going to get the URLs. For that, I'm building the project first. Once the build succeeded, so project build is succeeded. Now go back, CLS. Hold on a second. Here, I'm going to use CLS. Clear the command. Now here, I'm trying to use docker-compose up-d. What will happen? It will try to install only the .NET projects. See, everything is started and running. Say yes or no? Say yes or no?
Yes.
I have a basket one, I have a catalog one, I have a discount one containers. Now, if you go here in my container, you see I have a basket one, discount one, catalog one. When you click on this URL, it will come in the browser. It is automatically deployed in Docker. Okay. Now I'm going to use Swagger. What? Hold on a second. Sometimes it will create issue. Just half an hour back, it has worked. Why? Okay, I will do one thing. I made a mistake. So what I'm going here, let me delete all my images. I supposed to delete these also. Okay. I delete. Okay. Only I need to delete containers. Okay. Let me delete my containers first. I'm redoing. Okay. Delete forever. And then go to images where I'm deleting my databases. I don't want to delete, let it be. And I'm deleting my APIs here. And then volume, let it be. Now go back, try to uninstall once again. See, now it is building. Earlier it was not builded. It taken a older image. It is building, it is creating a DLL, and then it is deploying. See, everything is started. Now go back to your container. You see, there is a catalog. Click. And then Swagger. Hey, Mr.Narendrababu. Swagger. Okay, I'll use this. Okay, I'm doing everything delete. Delete forever. Okay. And then go to image. I delete everything forever. It will take time, some time, 5 to 10 minutes it will take. And I will go back to the volumes. I'm deleting everything. So now the Docker is clean. Say yes or no?
Yeah.
My Docker is very
Yes.
clean. Dilip,
Yes.
Swapnil,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
everybody,
Yes, sir.
Yes, all clear.
Yes, sir. Yes.
all clean. Now, what I'm going to do here, first I'll clear it, CLS. Now go back to your project, close everything, other tabs, close these tabs, build the project successfully first. Once again, clean and build the project. Right click, clean solution, so that all the solutions will get cleaned, including Docker, everything will be get cleaned. And then go to your solution, right click, build the solution, ensuring it is not breaking anywhere. Before you have to execute the Docker command, you have to ensure to build your project is succeeded. Are we running time out? No, we have a time.
Sir, is it Visual Studio 22?
Yes. Okay. Not 22. It is more than that only. Okay, I'll show you. Now everything is succeeded here. You see everything is succeeded.
Yeah.
How many are succeeded?
70.
70. So now if you go to the solution explorer, you see all the 17s are there. 17 of 17.
Yes, yes.
Everything succeeded, right?
Yes, yes.
Now going back to the Visual Studio, it will pull all the databases, try to install databases, and then on top of that, it will go on to install your .NET. You see, it is pulling the image of databases. In meanwhile, I will explain what I did in the Docker. See, in the project, you are going to create a Docker compose.override. Okay, where you will configure everything as for a catalog DB, I used Mongo. For a basket DB, I used Redis. Okay, For a discount DB, I'm using PG PostgreSQL. And then PG admin panel I'm having. I have a catalog where I'm going to get all my APIs, configurations, and everything. And I have a basket for the ASP.NET development environment. I have a discount. These information will tag to Docker Compose YAML. In this YAML, I'm going to explain all the DBs with the API files. Clear my point? You see here, service, basket, basket API, Docker file. Service, discount, discount.api, Docker file. So where these Docker files are sit, if you go here in the catalog under API project, you see here there is a Docker file. There is a Docker file or not? This Docker file, once you complete the layered architecture, it automatically take everything and making as a working directory. This will be created automatically. I will show you how to do that. It's very simple. Okay. Only thing is you have to ensure few standards. If you understand those standards, deploying this entire .NET project into a Docker is very, 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 very easy. See, it's still it is running. It is taking time. That is the problem I'm telling. But we will finish it. Don't worry.
Sir, I have one doubt. So,
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, you are running Docker in Visual Studio. Is there any specific reason to run here?
Come again. Come again.
Yeah, actually, you are running the Docker commands in Visual Studio Code.
Yeah.
Instead of Visual Studio. Is there any specific reason?
Nothing. For easy accessible. You can do it in .NET here itself. You go to tools where you see a command Nugget Package Manager console. In this console, you can execute.
The same process
Okay,
we
sir.
can do it. Right?
Yeah, same process. We can do here also. But I always make sure all my code will be structured here. It automatically, this will give me a flexibility. That's all.
Okay.
End of the day, that is also a package manager console only. The command what terminal is executed. Okay.
Okay.
Dheeraj, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Let's wait for a few minutes.
Yeah, it's completed, sir.
It's done. What
Yeah.
it is saying? Everything has been available. You see everything. I have a API image. See, first it is taking the image. Okay. And then what it is doing with this image, it is creating a network. And then volume means what is the size of data where is going to be maintained. And then how many containers I'm going to create. For DBs, I'm going to create 3 containers independently. And for the project, I created 4 containers independently. Clear my point? Everything. Image is nothing. Now, if you go to my Docker, you see images. You got all the images here. I have a Redis image, Postgre image, pgadmin image, Mongo image, Basket API, Catalog API, Discount API. All are created with the image ID. And then volume. For database, you have to maintain volume. For container, you see there is an e-commerce project where you will have a database image, you have a catalog image, you have a discount image, everything you are added. Now click on this URL. It has to work. It's supposed to work. Okay? If not work, I will see it by tomorrow. Hey, come on. What is happening, man? Something is blocking. Let's open with http localhost. Okay, leave it. Docker is closed. Half an hour back it has worked. And demo it is not working.
It's like code is working in UAT and breaks in production.
Sometimes, see, just half an hour back, same code only it has worked. I tested and deployed. See, it is not opening Docker. What happened? Where is the guy?
Sir, for all this, we are running only one command, right? Docker compose.
Compose. Up.
Up.
This is the command.
I think build is done, but serve is not done.
No, sometimes what happened, huge, why it is not opening? Docker has an issue.
Sir, could you please mention prerequisite tools required for doing this session? And
Nothing. Visual Studio is enough.
Visual Studio 22. Desktop Docker and Visual Studio
That
Code.
and all, while teaching, I will explain. Okay, I will demonstrate that tomorrow, if you don't mind. I'll see why that guy is having a problem. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. No worries.
Yes.
No, it's supposed to work. This guy has to work. I don't know why. See? No, let me go here in the task manager. Where is this guy? This guy is not at all here. See, these many Docker desktops backend. And task. And task. I'm closing everything. End task. End task. Let everything closed. Everything gone right. Now open. Now this guy is opening. It is starting an engine. We need to register Docker in the Docker stuff. Okay. Then you need to get a account status. Then only this Docker will work. I will tell you that how to do that. I will log out with the different email ID. I will register and show you. Okay.
Okay.
It's a free of cost, right?
It's a free of cost. Only when you go for Azure, it will be payable. So that is why I'm doing right now with the Docker. Once we go finally, we will go with Azure. See, it is underlying technology that runs containers. It is takes some time to build the containers.
So we can deploy the two ways, right? One is Docker, another one is Azure.
Best option is first deploy, test everything in your local with the Docker, and then you directly move that container to Azure, Docker container to Azure. That is the right option.
Okay.
Everybody will do in this format only. First, they will deploy everything in Docker, ensure they test everything, and then they will go for it. Okay?
Okay. Okay. Got it.
You see here, engine is starting. Are you able to see?
Yeah. Yes.
Docker engine is trying to start. Once this engine is start, it will start occupying the RAM, CPU, disk, and everything. It will take some time. We already deployed, right?
Yeah.
Sir, have a doubt. We need to create a image every time, or we can use image repeatedly.
See, that is what today I did. Unfortunately, my Docker got crashed actually. So you no need to create image n number of times because this SQL Server instances until you maintain data, older data. So you don't want to lose the data, right?
Yeah.
So some issue happened in this Docker desktop. So
I
I will
think
read.
when we run the Docker run, the image is built and it's stored in the cache, and it will be
Maybe
used
that
for
is the reason. Maybe that is the reason. What I'm
caches.
planning to do is I'm going to uninstall this Docker and reinstall. Because last 1 month I'm using the same Docker desktop utility.
Yeah, it may be a cache issue. I think so.
See, it is taking time to start. Usually it never takes this much time. In my that code with Narendra in first class, I already shown that. Probably I will open and show you in my Chrome so that you will get some clarity. Since everybody waiting for the Docker, right? I don't want to miss you guys. So you can go to this browser to it created a nightmare for me. New channel. You see here. I was given a stream of numbers. Let me give a stuff. Say it is working with the URL 8000.
Yeah.
You see, I install the Docker. See, I'm showing the same demonstration only. No change at all. See, Docker is installed. Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. Please, Akshay, Dilip, Nijam, everything.
Yes.
Irshad,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Docker installed. Okay.
Yes.
Now what happened? I'm clicking a URL. The same laptop, same same utility. It is throwing error. I don't know.
Something issue is there.
Come again?
Something issue is there, maybe.
Nothing issue. Probably. See,
Okay.
my Docker desktop is taking time to load. Now it is coming. No.
Okay.
You see, still an engine is loading.
Yeah.
Maybe it is not using the memory. Let me close and open Docker once again. Now you see here, Swagger, enter. Got a UI, API, which is there in the Docker.
Yes, sir.
Same thing we are doing here. I don't know why it is not opening. I'll check it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Docker desktop. Anyway, I will upload this video. In another half an hour, 45 minutes, you will get this video. You go through it. If you have any questions, tomorrow you can raise your questions. Thanks for joining. Tomorrow I will demonstrate this as first call, and then we move forward. Is it okay?
Yes.
I
Yes,
think
sir.
we are
Yes,
almost
sir. We will
most of
join.
the people are going to office tomorrow and all those things, right? So I don't want to. Even my laptop is struck actually because of the Docker. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys. Have a
Sir,
great day. We'll meet you on
yes, sir.
tomorrow.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
It
We will
was
join
and
tomorrow. Thank you.
Yogeshwaran. Those who want to talk to me, you can call me tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you guys. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.